Literally so fine, don't worry.
I'll put in the middle.
We're rolling. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, hello.
This is nice. I'm excited.
Just a little swap around, you know. Guess has to be in the middle.
Yeah.
guys.
So welcome to episode 8, I think.
9.
9?
Oh.
8. I think 8.
You guys have been very consistent with it.
Weekly.
Yeah.
We have a new guest today. Hugh, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Hugh. I'm 25, turning 26 very soon, actually.
And he's 27,000 in debt.
Yes, correct. Thanks for just putting that out there straight off the bat. It's the first impression.
That is the video I see all the time.
Yeah, and I'm a videographer, and I'm chipping away at it slowly. So once I get out of debt, I'm going straight back to Japan because I love Japan. So, and Melbourne's too cold. This place is like freezing right now.
He's in shorts, of course he's freezing.
Yeah.
Like he's living in the wrong season.
Yeah, because I came to Melbourne with like one suitcase and like 2 pairs of socks, 2 undies. So I just came so unprepared to come back to Melbourne. Yeah, because Japan's so hot right now.
Did you move everything to Japan and then decided you want to come back to Melbourne in just 2 sets of clothes?
Well, no. So I went to Japan and I was like, yeah, cool. Gonna move my life over there. Got rid of a bunch of stuff. And then I was like, you know what? Debt. Okay, there's this tax debt and I have to get rid of it. So I was like, okay, let me just come back here, just get shoots and just once I clear the debt, then go back to Japan.
Cool. Because like literally, guys, for context, this guy just moved away from Melbourne. Like probably just about less than 2 months ago.
Yeah, so I was like, I was there for 2 months and then I'm back and now I'm going back. I think.
It took less than 5 minutes for Charis to flame, I guess. Well done.
And then, because I don't really know Hugh that much, but then I know he's moving his life to Japan. He's making this whole personality for that period that he's going to Japan. Yeah. And then 2 seconds later, he's back.
No, I'm going back now. So I'm going back to the storyline.
I'm literally so confused because the next thing I heard from June is I'm having Yochi with Hugh. I'm like,
yeah.
Hugh's back. Why is he back?
So I'm actually coming back in November as well. So
that's why you're always in debt. You know how much money you're paying flying around.
But you know, it's super cheap in Japan.
No, but you're flying around. That's what's
It's true. But
June, this is why he's in debt.
It's true.
He ain't mathin'.
I ain't mathin', but I'm actually like my lifestyle now. Like I'm sleeping on a couch. Canned tuna, like not even like the Serena, not even the expensive tuna, like the cheap tuna, and
like the cold tuna.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
It's cheap. So yeah, I mean, and I've booked in a lot of jobs, so I should get out of debt by the end of next week.
But why tell us? Why are you flying in and out of Japan and Australia for? Why can't you just sort out here?
Look, I should have. I definitely should have, but it's my maths wasn't mathing. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
and did you account for the amount of jobs you booked to get out of debt? Is that after tax this time?
That is after tax this time. So yeah. So look, I think so.
So what happened was you picked up a few jobs in Japan, and you picked up a few jobs.
No, I know. So I wanted to go to Japan just to fully focus on coaching. And I also wanted to live in Japan because I am Japanese, so I can live there. And yeah, I kind of like, I don't know. I've always wanted to have a period in my life where I live in Japan. And I was like, whilst I'm single and whilst I'm like, you know.
Soon not though. Spicy.
Getting straight into the tea.
She has no foreplay.
Yeah, but like I was like, look, I kind of do want to live a period of my life in Japan. And I kind of just went for it without thinking, which I tend to just do that a lot. I tend to just not think much and just do.
It's good though. It's go-getter. As long as you make sure you have some money at the bottom.
Well, that's the problem. I didn't think of that. So yeah, I mean now I'm like kind of like thinking properly. And to be fair, Jun's helped me a lot with that. So thank
good.
you.
He's a finance guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in good hands.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a nutshell of Hugh and his tax debt situation.
Yes.
Help him out, guys. He's out there looking for jobs.
Yeah. GoFundMe in the link in the description.
No, but he's really good at what he's doing. So it's like, if you want to pay another videographer, might as well pay someone that's in debt that needs help.
Yes. My clients have been very nice. Like I got $1,000 tip from one of my clients the other day. So I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I can't say.
No, you didn't. What do you mean? What tip?
Yeah, true.
Did you have to take off your clothes?
No comment.
That's a different revenue category. Yeah.
No, it's fine, but you do provide good work. So
Thank you.
Obviously, like they don't give you tip just because you are like in debt. But of course you're doing the nice work. Of course you are, good at what you do. That's why.
Thank you.
So you'll be fine. 27, easy.
Yeah.
One video is like 3K.
Yeah, it was 3.5. Well, it was 2 videos for 3.5. So, yeah,
Easy.
it was lucky.
Light work done.
Yeah.
He should be done by next week.
It's like based on calculation, it'll be done by next week.
We're not joking. And then, actually, now that we got 3 people here, as you were potentially alluding to, we've got 3 different categories of status in this couch at the moment. We have married.
Ooh, true.
We have, I understand, talking to.
Yes, yeah.
Talking stage. The modern dating category. In a relationship. So I think between us, we're covering quite a spectrum. And the topic I wanted to pose for us 3 today to discuss is there a difference in criteria that we need to think about between talking to or dating versus marrying versus wanting to have a family with? Are there different categories or are they all the same categories?
They are not guys. Marrying and having a family should be one category, not 2 separate category, guys.
I don't know.
I can't answer to Calvin if I have to say anything otherwise.
I disagree on that one. Yeah, but I think it's different criteria.
Okay, so wait. This is if we're like talking to a person. What's our goal, or what should be our goal, or what's the?
Yeah, so I mean, the premise I would like to put out is that I would argue that to be just in a dating stage versus marrying, the criteria for partner selection is quite different. For someone you just want to date, maybe short, like here for a good time, not a long time, versus someone who you want to have a long time with. And then even then, another set of criteria, or maybe even additional criteria for someone you then want to have a family with. That's what I'm going to put forward as.
I like that.
It's controversial.
It's very controversial.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Controversial.
I feel like you guys are going to butt heads a lot, and I'm just going to be. Yeah.
No, so for the last episode, he's been trying to
I've been wanting to butt heads, so I finally found a topic I think I can butt heads with you on.
Yeah, I feel like. I think I'm going to have a different view to both of you guys as well. But anyways,
all right.
Yeah,
Pull out the questions.
Jun, you go first.
Okay, I'll start off with it. I'm going to argue. My point of view is that there's for sure a difference in criteria between someone you just want to have a relationship or date with versus someone you want to marry. Would you say? And I'll say why, and then you guys can add on or disagree.
Okay.
So
Give it to me.
So I would say that if you're purely, let's say, in a situation where you're not really looking to marry someone, you're just dating, you're just solving for loneliness or companionship, then really it's not about building a life with somebody. It's more selfish. It's just more for you, what do you want? And selfish can come in many forms. And typically from a guy's point of view, at least, it wouldn't be things like, are they super kind, or do you see a whole future with them? Like that could be considered a nice to have, not a requirement. It's going to be more things like how attractive are they? How good do they make me look? Are they going to go for that arm candy to then be able to accrue status to them? Or are they just going to purely optimize for just having a good time, whatever that might mean for you? Whether that, compared to if you wanted to actually build a life with somebody, like actually, live together with somebody and eventually marry them, I would argue the girlfriend or like the dating versus like a wife criteria, there are differences.
I think there's a difference between guys and girls. For me,
yeah.
Okay, you want to add on?
You go. No. Let me hear both of your sides, and then I'll add.
Okay, like for me as a woman, when I date someone, before I date, okay, is this guy worth marrying? Can I marry this person before I date? So that means at the dating phase, I'm looking at the future already. Because if this person is not going to progress past that stage, I'm not going to date them. It's a waste of my time. So I don't understand how you can have different stage of like the type of girlfriend that you can have.
So what about if you knew you were only going to be in a country for 6 months because you were there for?
Then I don't date that person unless we are just F buddies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because women's like that, right? Once you love, it's hard to draw out unless you draw it clearly that this is just to have fun, a fun person.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. If I'm gonna date, then even 6 months I'm gonna leave the country, we can do LDR. I'm not giving up a relationship. So it's like, this is a man problem. Sorry, you.
No, it's fair.
What's your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts is just each to their own. So it just No, as in like, it depends what you want. I think the worst thing is when people are confused as to what they want. Because when you're confused with what you want, you kind of like because you don't know yourself, you make the other person kind of confused as well, and then you're both confused, and then you're like, okay, what do we really want? But you don't know, and then it kind of gets messy a bit. So I mean, for me, like for me personally, I want kids are a pretty big deal. Like I want kids, and so whenever I look at anyone, I'm like,
that's like the
pretty much considering, okay, like how are they going to be a good mother? Yeah.
So straight away, you're from the get-go like...
So you and I are one team. Jun is on his own.
I think I would say that there's not everyone dates that way, right? Some people, they are dating for different time horizons.
Yeah.
Some people might be in the country for like a working holiday. Some people might be just traveling. So as you say, it could just be fuck buddies, or it could just be a situation.
That's a good point. I've had my whole face. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure how much I want to say.
I never had that face.
Never had that phase.
Never had that phase.
I feel like it's men usually go through that.
I think
want to go through that phase. And
I think there's a lot of peer pressure too for guys too.
I never had the opportunities.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you missed out?
No, actually, we are quite liberal.
Okay.
As in, like, people will see my relationship to be quite different from majority relationship. Like me and Calvin, we are quite chill.
Yeah.
Means like I'm married, but then I live like I'm single. But we are happily married.
Yeah.
But we are not like your usual married couple.
No, I remember watching the video of you guys running, and you talking about it, and I like the way you guys approach a relationship.
What did I do? What did I say?
Remember when we were running around for 30 minutes and I literally had a GoPro on you and you were talking about how...
I feel like, you know what it is? I think you guys are just not insecure.
We are not insecure. Yes.
Yeah.
We are super secure.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good way of having a relationship.
It's actually, that's what I prefer, because I never liked the idea of being married and then being stuck to just each other.
Yeah.
Like I'm super liberal. That's what I always say, just don't get caught. That's my tagline. Don't get caught. Okay? Like, be smart.
Okay. Explain that further. I wasn't aware of that part.
No, this is news to me as well. I hope, Calvin, this is not news to you.
Okay.
To me, it's like this, right? As long as... No, I'm quite liberal. Like, just think, because once you're caught, for me, it's done. Okay. So I make this very clear. I'm not someone that will bounce around it. Like, for example, you make a deal, and then when it's time to face it, oh no, that's not what I meant, you know. So I make that very clear.
When you say that means what?
Means if you make a mistake that I found and I catch you, then it's non-negotiable. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
So then as a man, you are very unlikely to want to make a mistake, because you know it's a done deal. And I'm very firm on that. Even in business, in anything, once I say I'm cut, I'm done. I don't, you know, I don't negotiate.
Yeah. So, but you guys haven't, okay, so
then from the guy's perspective, you'd be like, fuck, I'd rather be honest. I'd rather be honest.
Yeah, okay.
So cheating is more like you're not honest. That's why it's called cheating, right?
Gotcha.
Doesn't matter what action.
Yeah.
Does not matter what kind of action, kissing, hugging, whatever, or sex, whatever, right? Once you become honest about it, it's not considered cheating, because now I know about it. And of course, it's up to me to say yes or no.
Gotcha. But
so depends. Depends on which stage of life we are in. Oh my God, if you marry someone, you are with that person for like 100 years. You know what I mean? So long.
Yeah.
So at one point, I'm not saying me, I'm saying guys, they might want to taste something else.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
So would you say you're basically in an open relationship?
I'm not.
But...
No. Define, this is not open. Open relationship is literally means, let's say me and Calvin, and then we tell each other, we can have other relations out there. Without having to seek your confirmation, without needing your approval.
Oh, okay.
So like they can have multiple relations. That's too complicated.
Scenario. Okay, so I'm Calvin.
I'm sweating here. Now I'm hot. I'm taking off my green top.
Okay, so Charis, I just want to.
My mom is hearing this.
Okay. Maybe we should give everyone a go.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm feeling like experimental tonight.
Yes.
I want to go to the strip club, and but I want to also take a girl home. And if things happen, it might. I might not happen, but it might happen. I just wanted to be open with you. Mm-hmm. Is that okay?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
But like I said, eventually.
Yeah.
can I even say this? Like, I don't want to explore single exploration yet. If anything, it will be all inclusive, like including me involved as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that way, there's no jealousy, no nothing, right?
Yeah.
But you never know. Maybe down the track.
Yeah.
when
The key
people-
point is about being open about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just open-minded.
Yeah. But ever since having raving experience, things do change. Like perspective of things do change,
Oh,
and it
okay.
become you tend to become more desensitized with physical touch by other people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I've only been to Ultra.
Oh my god, the worst freaking rave ever.
Oh, it was like raining. This was like 2021. It was like I'm not sure. Did you guys go to Ultra in 20? It was raining and it was like
Well, I've only been to one Ultra and I decided this is the worst freaking thing I've ever
really?
been to. I've never been to another one.
yeah, so it
Because the
was-
music is so like radio music. I can listen to that.
See, I like that though. I like that. I like radio music.
Nah, I like music with no music.
So you like doof music?
Yeah, like doof as you can.
It
As
all
hard
sounds
as hard
the
can be.
same. Yeah.
No, but like maybe one day you come with us. Maybe you will start to like doof stuff.
Maybe on a lot of like alcohol with a lot of alcohol. Maybe I could. Maybe I think anything is but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So anyway, back to this.
So anyway, sorry, raves. How does that make things different in terms of what do you mean by physical things look differently or your perspective changes?
It's like I'm not very fussed about, let's say, like hugging people or stuff like that.
Gotcha.
In the more, because in rave, like it's very common to like, because people need to lean or whatever. So I don't really care that much if like he's like literally back hugging someone.
Yeah.
But at that time it's for comfort, not anything else. It's like now my brain is able to separate physical touch and romantic very clearly. Like it doesn't jumble up together.
Yeah.
To me, physical touch is physical touch. But in saying that, does not mean that now he can go and have sex because he tell me. It's just that I don't say that this cannot happen in the future.
Yeah.
I'm quite open-minded to that. I don't really believe in a strict monogamous relationship. Because I just think that from a lot of case study, everyone will cheat at one point.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. Even for like older generation, a lot of them, the wives, they're like, I just close my eye. Like if the husband comes home, as long as they don't know, it's whatever. But they might be out there like paying for prostitute. That's the same, right? So for me, I'd rather know. That's all.
Okay, gotcha. That's very interesting perspective. What are your thoughts, Joe?
No, I think I just summarized.
Am I too liberal? Am I too much freedom?
No, I think what I'm hearing is you're basically, for you, what's more crucial, the definition of marriage is the trust and openness in the communication more than the acts themselves. And then on that basis, as long as you two are on the same page, then
I do this because I know statistically it's very, very difficult to be faithful for the whole marriage until death. It's very difficult.
I think you're just very pragmatic on the fact that you acknowledge the humanity of being curious, especially after decades together.
Yeah.
Then you're just acknowledging that it's natural and understandable why you might want to explore outside.
Yeah.
As long as you do that together, or still the foundation of that communication is there, then that's where you draw the line of it's okay as long as we still make that decision together.
Historically, scientifically, statistically.
Got to make it with that face.
No. The more you say no, the more they want it. It's like kid.
Sure.
It's like kid.
Forbidden fruit.
The more you don't want, the more they want it. The more you say don't go to club, they will be the one to secretly go to club. But the parents that say, hey, let me pull you to club, let's go, let's get effed, they are the ones that doesn't want to go to club ever again. It's all here. It's all how you play this game,
That's very interesting. I actually kind of like that.
Do you get that? Do you get what I'm saying?
It's like I feel like it's like the chance. I feel like you've thought about it so much, and the chances of it working out are higher than the average relationship. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just see it. Like I see a lot of people failing and stuff like that, and a lot of them are like those crazy girlfriends. I'm like, bro, I can't sit with your like when I see a crazy girlfriend, they come to me and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe my boyfriend does this, that, this. I'm like, bro, you are the problem. Like this kind of girl really makes me want to. If I'm the guy, I'm gone long ago. Oh my god, guys, this my mom is watching this. Sorry, mom.
It's okay.
She's like, what's wrong with my daughter?
We can block this video from being viewed in Malaysia.
No, it's crazy. My mom so I had one video recently. Apparently, one of my pants buckle was not on, but it was black on black. I was editing the video. I didn't even see it. My mom was like, "Yeah, you need to button up." I said, "How the hell do you see that?" I said, "I just watched the video from top to bottom." So she watched every single second of it with not missing anything. And she was like, when you do your podcast, don't put your leg up. Like,
Well, I have a question. What do you think your mum would say to what you said?
my mom is quite liberal, but I don't think she's as liberal as I am. I think like this non-monogamous stuff to her is crazy. But then like a lot of the time when we discuss about other people's like gossip, we're like, like they probably have different girlfriend everywhere. Like we can say things like that. But then of course I never asked her about my dad or whatever. It's like, but I think we are on the same mentality of like, we are old couple now, just doesn't even matter anymore, to be honest. Like what mattered most to her is keeping the family together. So occasional fun, as long as it doesn't cause anything, involve anything. You come home in time, you come home for dinner, we do what we do every day. Whatever happened out there, just whatever.
That's very common in Asia, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, John?
I'm so hot. It must be the heat.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that though.
So much.
No, that was so much tea. I like that though. I like that.
Your mum would also say, "Oh, your lipstick, lip gloss before podcast."
She's like, can you wear something nicer in your podcast? Don't put your leg up. Don't kick your leg to the camera. I'm like, Mother, it's a podcast. Calm down. You're meant to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's going to make a comment about this.
I think if I sort of spill my tea on it, I think it just depends on your stage of the relationship and how, what you as a couple define as like important in your marriage. So for me, for example, my version of love is to love them with as much freedom as possible. My ideal relationship is one where actually you're open to see other people, but all you want to do is be with that other person. And so if, for example, the person I loved was to say, this is something super important to me, this is my honest feeling, it may have developed, I then would honestly struggle with that, but then I would still do my best to try and understand and go, if this is how they feel, then firstly, I'm glad you bring it up to me, you talk to me about it. Yes.
Sorry, did you mean feelings?
Yeah. No. So for example, like my definition of love is to love freely. And if that means like love means to let go, right? Because they go, because now I've developed feelings for someone else. And then I'm going, well, for me, that's a boundary I cannot accept because for me, I want that emotional to be exclusive. But if you've developed feeling for someone else, then my definition of love in that scenario is I'm happy to let you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's more like I don't necessarily. My version of love isn't to like have it based on rules and being in a confined way where you owe each other things. It's actually the opposite. You have complete freedom. Just be honest. I'll facilitate everything up to my boundary, but after that, if it no longer fits my boundary or what's important to me, then I think loving is sometimes letting go. Yeah.
So it's pretty much about quite similar to my situation. Like I still prefer honesty over everything.
Yes.
We can work something out if there's honesty, but of course, like if you start to love someone, then too bad. Physical, you can still draw back. Emotional is done. Like I can work with physical. I cannot work with emotional cheating. Not cheating. Emotional
Drifting. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
What's your thoughts? Before today and after today?
Look, I'm like in an interesting phase where I'm really, really thinking it deep about.
I need to get these knees off. All right. I'll get there. I'll bring the mic over. Alright, your interesting phase about what?
Yeah, I've had 5 relationships.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You're 25, yeah.
And I'm 25, yeah. So it's
When is your first?
18 or 17. Yeah, 17 to 18. And then just every year. I've had like maybe a 3 to 6 month gap in between.
Wow.
And it got to the point where, I was like, I don't know. I'm just thinking a lot because I I believe in love. Like my grandpa and my grandpa.
Grandpa and grandpa.
What did I say? What did I say?
Yeah, grandpa and grandpa.
Oh no, sorry,
Whoa.
grandma and grandpa. Yeah, grandma and grandpa.
Ooh. Wow.
With anything is fine.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, they're like, you know, my grandpa passed away like 2 years ago, and like my grandma still like just, you know, takes a beer, fills up the beer cup, goes to the prayer room, and just has a chat with him like every day.
Cute.
And like for his birthday, they celebrate. And like I remember my grandpa, he told me once like, I want to die first because I can't live without grandma. I can't live without my wife. So I want to die first. And I don't know, I think I'm sure you have opinions about that, but I think that it was just a beautiful, kind of like a beautiful thing to say. I'll let you roast my grandpa.
She's so ready. She's about to burst.
Talk to my grandpa in heaven, by the way. What you're saying?
She's got that face. She's like, I
saw that. I saw that. But I just thought it was beautiful. And, you know, also like the other thing.
How you wrap it.
But no, and then there was this other experience that I had when I was doing photography when I was 16 years old. There was a 90-year-old Greek couple, and they were just like dancing together, and they were just so in love with each other. They were kissing each other, which was kind of gross, but very cute. And I don't know, I would rather just believe in love than not believe in love. And the fact that I've been in 5 relationships, I'm like, okay, I want to figure it out.
But like, okay, your 5 relationship, are they all, do you think they are rebounds though? Because they are so close apart. Maybe you're just afraid to be single.
Well, the last time I was single, so I've been single for the past year and a half.
Okay. Now you're proper.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm definitely thinking about it a lot. But anyways, onto my grandpa and his that.
No, I think it's just like, you know, everyone wants to die first. You don't want to be the second to die because you're gonna have to like, you have to go through this sad period for so long, and then you're alone. Like, if I want to die first.
Oh, really?
I mean,
I want to live forever.
Selfishly, I want to die first. If I have a partner, if I'm married and I have a long-term partner, then like dying second is kind of sad. Dying first is easier.
Yeah.
Because you die, you forget everything. This is done. The one that is left behind is the one that have to grieve. And I'm already like freaking 98 years old. I don't want to grieve for another 2 years. I don't want to die and grieve and die. I mean, I'm sure your grandpa and grandma is a happy story. I'm just saying for me.
Yeah, no, you are. It is. Yeah, my grandma is. It's hard.
It sort of reframes the Titanic then. Jack going first, he was like, you selfish bastard.
Yeah, true. Fuck, screw that guy.
Screw that guy. Nah, I prefer dying first. I told Kevin before, I said I'd rather die first.
Interesting.
And that's what you said in the other episode as well, where you were just saying.
Did I say this again?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, at least you're consistent. Where you're just like, actually dying's easy. It's the one left behind that's hard. So.
Yeah. At any stage of life, doesn't matter your grandpa or whatever, even at this age, dying first is easy. If I'm the one that died in a tragic accident, the one that is dead is Calvin, not me. I'm dead, I'm done.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know anything. Right, so.
Okay, so it seems like we're in consensus on like the criteria for dating and love on, let's say, dating to then marriage and that long-term partner. But like the controversial take I had was there's additional criteria to then have a family with somebody.
Ridiculous. How can you marry someone that you're not ready to have a family with? If you're not ready to have a family with that person, then why you marry that person?
Well, I think it's 2 separate steps. Some people who may choose to get married may not want to have children with that person. It's not a given.
Hugh, you can take the mic on this. I'm lost.
It's not a given that some couples may want to get married, but they may not necessarily want to have children. Right?
Yes, that's fine. That's fair, which means I believe that in their life, they don't want to have children. So they are not particularly looking for someone, or like they might find someone that they want to have children with, right?
Yeah, but then there also could be scenarios where people get married where they don't feel like they're happy to marry that person, but then to have a family with that person, they may not feel comfortable.
But does this person have... Okay. That brings me to another question would be that will there be someone in that they will potentially meet that they might want to have children with? So
yeah, it could be one, like the situation I'm thinking of is like, you know, some couples say they're married, but then they go, do you want kids? They're like, oh, maybe not sure. Depends. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like that. They're sort of like on the fence about it.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's not a trap, but I think it's it warrants more thought. I think this is like whether you want kids or not is a fundamental criteria before you marry someone, is my opinion. Because ultimately, if you do want to like marry somebody, you can't just think of them as your partner anymore. And the reason I say that is because when you bring another life into the world, like another child, then suddenly you can't just think on behalf of yourself.
Yeah.
You now have to think on behalf of your future children as well.
Yes.
And I think there's additional responsibilities and additional thoughts you need to think through on behalf of your said future child compared to just wanting to have a future with one person for yourself.
Yes.
So that's my argument I'm trying to make.
Yeah. For me is I'm saying why they both are not these two are not a separate category is because, like you say, right, before you get married, a deal breaker question has to be asked.
Yeah.
Do you want to have kid? Do I want to have kid? Right? If our answer differs, then we're not going to get married. But if our answer align, then we can get married. So then you won't be in a situation whereby like, oh, hang on a minute, you are not someone that I want to have a children with, but you are someone that I want to have children with, but I want to marry to you.
Hold on though. What if you both are aligned on wanting kids, but one person has genetically maybe unhealthy traits but you guys love each other and you are concerned about the kid growing up with that genetic unhealthy thing?
Adoption. If it's just having it, but for me I can't adopt. Sorry guys.
Fair. Why not?
I don't know. I'm quite traditional. Like I want my own bloodline, and I don't believe that I can love an adopted kid and a biological kid equally. Like as much as I say I want to, I think realistically, it's hard. Like I'm being realistic. I'm not saying that I won't want to love them equally, but then I just feel like because Calvin is like I'm okay to adopt. I'm like, bro, I can't adopt.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I rather have my own. So.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be in a situation whereby like I've already had it. Now I can't undo an adoption. I can't be like, I don't want you anymore because I have my own kid. So I rather not go there than having to face it when things don't go the way I want it to. Because sometimes you can't control, right? The way you communicate, you love somebody, you want to say you want to love them equally, but maybe your body doesn't do it. So I don't want to take the risk. Does not mean that I don't love adopted kids. Just being realistic. Just being realistic.
Yeah. Maybe then say I should try to put it differently. I think the expectations of the relationship and sort of I think there's levels to the relationship, right? If it's just you two, then the consequences are just you two. But as soon as another human life is involved and you're having a kid, then I think the standards change.
Of course, a lot of marriage fell apart after the kid come out.
Yes.
A lot of marriage fall apart because of the kid. And a lot of them come from like jealousy from the husband actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the case I was trying to make earlier, where it's like, I think from my observation and actually from my experience, because it's not a secret, but it's not not broadcast. I'm a dad, right? So I have this informed point of view that, wow, now that I've actually got a son, the criteria that I would look for in a partner is drastically different if I were to not be a dad. Like, because I have to now think about if something happens to me, does the partner that is in my life and presumably is going to be part of my son's life, are they the type of person that I am comfortable for my son to, continue relying on, or can I trust this person to play a role in my son's life if it gets to that sort of stage? And so I think those are the things where, if you have children, then you just need to think about the child as well, not just yourself. And therefore, it's like a very classic thing. I know many guys, for example, like if they were just married, it's okay, smoking, or it's okay, not a deal breaker. But as soon as it's like, okay, now a kid's coming in, the wife says to the guy, no more, no way, you have to quit smoking, no more. Or even prior to trying to get pregnant, they're like, these things, no longer. Why? Because they're trying to think about now what kind of role models they want to be for children. So I think that's basically the premise I was trying to say at the start. Like when you go to a point where you're thinking about a future with somebody and you're thinking about the life stage of family, then the expectations are higher.
Of course,
for all parties. And
Yeah,
Agreed.
Okay, so it's not that something to butt heads on at all.
No,
But I think it's
it was
because-
framed differently before. It was framed differently before. You have to agree with me. It was framed differently.
I think I misunderstood the question.
Yeah. I think it was framed differently. Before I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, but anyway, it's all about Hugh. It's about Hugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Run us through your 5-year relationship. So what's your current? It's okay. We don't talk about the past. Right now, what are you feeling? Do you still believe in love? Do you think you can't find what's going on? Because you are like the perfect candidate for like modern dating that I have so much
really?
concern of.
Okay. Tell me.
Actually, no. Would it consider modern dating? Because you've dated for a bit. Like you've actually experienced the old time dating to the current dating. For me, I've never dated through the apps before.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So then I see the apps to be like you need to know how to use the app. If you use the old mentality, it doesn't work. If you use a too modern mentality, it wouldn't work. You have to be in the middle.
Yeah, the way I used to use apps, because I think a lot of my relations, I think 3 of my exes were through dating apps. Like I hate texting like for a long period. So I'm just like, okay, like I just say something nice and I'm like, hey, I'd love to take you out.
Yeah.
And then I just take them out. And then if we gel in person, then we'd progress things and I just cut off everyone else.
Yes.
And go from there.
Cute, good man. Okay.
But it's been interesting because I used to think that catching up in person and seeing how we were and we were like in actual, physically was important. But now I'm talking to a girl who's halfway across the world in the States. Never met her.
How do we know her?
How do you don't know her?
No, how do
you know?
How do I know her?
How did
you
this all?
meet someone that's so far away?
Well, I think posting on social media and I think that
Global reach.
Global reach.
Global sensation.
Your dating range suddenly goes from within 30 kilometers to within planet Earth.
Yeah. Which is a very interesting concept, but I don't know. Like I think that's been interesting because I never thought that I would ever want to do anything long distance. I like hanging out with people physically. I like but I don't know. This one's like kind of just blown my mind because I'm like, damn, like this is so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're enjoying this time zone day.
Yeah. I don't know how. It's really, I think, I don't know. It's like, it
See,
blows my mind.
when you find the right person,
What stage are we on? Talking stage? Or like, are we like gonna set something soon? Or what's up?
Well, we're catching up. When I go back to Japan, she's going to come down probably late September, October-ish.
Yeah, no, because the thing is like for me, I see that this could be really fun when you're dating. Because dating is fun. Like, like there's time to miss each other. It's like you want to wait until the latest moment to say good morning or good night. And then they want to wait until the earliest time. They want to get up early to talk to you for a little bit. But that's only for dating though. Like when you are together, it's different. Things are different. Then you'd be like, yo, like I don't get to talk to you a lot. Or like when you guys have an argument, it's so hard to resolve because you guys are a million miles away and texting sometimes can go wrong because you thought you're saying things in the normal tone, but then she's like, yeah, why you pissed at me, that kind of shit. So dating long distance, fine.
novelty, fun and exciting.
Yes, exciting, super exciting.
Yep.
Once you guys set something, get in a relationship, then LDR is like tough stuff.
Cool.
I have done LDR and it's not even that far. It's just Malaysia and Singapore. We are literally same time zone, but the time apart is just really difficult. Yeah.
So that's the thing, because it's only been a month and a half of talking. So we're very
be
early
a
stages.
reality.
No. I would have said the exact same thing. So we'll find out, I guess,
Maybe
is
she'll
the
go
main
to
thing.
Japan.
But my take on this is like,
whoever, if she's watching.
but my take on this is actually, I say this to a lot of my friends, guys and girls. Like people go on paper, do they have XYZ? They think about all the things that they want from a partner. But as soon as they meet somebody who makes them feel a certain way, all of this list becomes secondary. They will make it work. You know what I mean? It's sort of like asking married couples, when's the right time to have kids? Short answer, there's no right time. You decide and you make it right.
Yeah.
And so I think this, for me, when I hear Hugh talking about all this, logic's departed the station a long time ago.
Did you have a list that now everything just nah. Yep, I like this girl from the USA.
I think it's just more like he's caught feeling so hard that it's like the logic is stuff like, I'll make it work. He's acting on feeling, he's acting on emotion, and to find someone that can take you to that state is it's really special because it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm typically like I'm pretty optimistically delusional about a
From
lot
how
of
you
things.
spend money, I can tell.
Everything, just everything. So yeah, this is like on the far end of the sea. This is pretty crazy. Like from the States, we haven't even met yet.
No,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. We just video call a lot. We just audio message, video message.
Could be a fake AI avatar. And it
Look,
could be.
my that's actually funny because my mom actually said that. Yeah, she's like, "Are you sure it's not AI?"
But this person is coming down to Japan to see you, right?
Could be a big overweight man called Charles living in someone's basement.
Look, it could, and who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with that man. Yeah.
Love win anything.
Good luck, Charles.
That's cool. Yeah, like what Jun says, like, you know, if you like someone, you become stupid. You just go first. But at the end of the day, look, for you, nothing to lose anyway.
Yeah, sure.
You can't draw out until you feel it yourself and know that, okay, this thing really doesn't work. Then next time, you know, if there's another LDR, you're like, nah, straight up, I can't.
Sure. I'm like, I literally have nothing to lose. I'm $27,000 in debt, so
Yeah.
I've got one suitcase. I could lose that, but that's pretty much it. So
Nothing to lose.
in a great position, actually. It's good having like not much.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If I was you, definitely would go for it. Because like I said, you're not in the stage where you need to really think this through. It's like you are still kind of chill. See how it goes. You're just gonna get a little heartbreak, that's all. If things don't work out. If things work out great. No, I'm just saying, like, the most you can lose is just your heart feeling sad for a second. But guys bounce quickly.
Sure.
Typically.
Yeah, and if he's got high self-esteem, we talked about heartbreak, he may not even experience heartbreak.
I like that. I like that podcast. That was good. Yeah.
Now when he came out with the podcast, I was like, bro, like I can't
relate.
any use at all.
There was a banger. So what was the premise? The premise was that if you, what was it again? You said it was just a banger, and I was like, oh, that's so true. Well, you said
If you have high,
you only have heartbreak when you,
if you feel like if your outlook and you don't have the self-esteem to feel like you're not going to get what you just had, right? So if you have the self-confidence and self-esteem where you're like, actually, I'm going to find this kind of love again, you'll still experience heartbreak, but only to the extent where you're no longer grieving a future you once hoped for.
Or you can put it another way as well, that this is just an experience to help you see something else, to help you grow to the, you know, whatever that is waiting for you in the future. Because without this experience, let's say without this LDR, you will never know that LDR doesn't work.
True.
Right? What if you don't have this LDR experience and then you go and marry someone and then you guys go on LDR and then you're like, oh my God, like you already got married and now we have this LDR problem. Now you get in, try it. If it works out, great for you, right? That's just, you can work with LDR, I can't. But if LDR doesn't work, then in the future, if you're going to marry someone and that there's going to be potential any LDR possibility, then maybe you guys can make sure that there is no LDR. Maybe, you know, you won't even try it, because once you try and it fails, it's hard to go back. Yeah, so it's better to fail before there is a stake.
Yeah. Or maybe it's not even failure at that point. It's just like what you've learned along the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think about it as failure, guys. Okay.
That's good advice. I feel like, it's going to be interesting.
Did you meet her, or did this all happen when you were looking for something? Because this is another thing about modern dating, right?
Definitely not looking.
Most people
Slide into your DM.
Yeah, I posted a video of me and my nephew, and then she was like, "That's so cute." And then I was like, because my mindset was like, okay, look, like I'm not in a position financially to like, I need to focus on my financial situation. I need to focus on my business. The girl was not even in the equation. And then I was like, she followed me, and then I was like, and then she like, I was like, I really want to message her, but I'm gonna,
like, cool.
hold off. And then she messaged me. I was like, oh, damn it. And then, we just started talking, and then we hopped on a call, and I was like, oh no. But she's like so cool. She's like a businesswoman. She's like, yeah. She's like an online PT. So she's very disciplined as well. She's like, she's just like, she's like very smart. But I think, like I didn't want to waste her time. So this is actually a controversial thing.
Ooh, tell me.
Yeah. And this is pretty crazy. Cause again, I was in the mindset of I've been in 5 freaking relationships. I need to figure out why this keeps on not working out. And I kept on blaming the, kind of like the girls, and Yeah, well, not necessarily blaming them. I'd always say like, look, like I had my faults, they had their faults.
Okay.
But to be honest, I've come to realize that it was actually majority my fault.
Okay.
Because I just wasn't completely honest in relationships. Even like when it comes to things like the money situation, like I felt like honestly a lot of my relationships, because I would just try and be a provider and just like pay for their food and stuff like that. And I didn't tell them about my financial situation. And I'd just try and make things work, try and like, make money so I didn't have to, I could keep on providing without them knowing how broke I was.
This one, you're actually upfront and honest because the whole world know you're broke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
now
exactly.
you're like, okay, now I'm...
Well, I actually told her first and then I started telling everyone.
That's easier to love when you don't have this kind of burden.
Yeah, 100%. And so, I feel like, honestly, some of my relationships, I was like, oh my God, like I don't even want her to know that I'm like broke. And so maybe I'll just end this before they find out.
Okay.
Which is, I think that I put a lot of like shame and guilt into being broke and not having money. And I think, it was a very big thing in like my mum and dad's relationship.
Yeah.
So I think I put so much weight on it. But I don't know. Now it's like when I first started talking to her, I was like, okay, she's a businesswoman. I don't want to waste her time. That's the last thing I want. And I feel like I just want to be open about everything. But I think I was a bit too open because I told her everything. I told her freaking everything, Charis. Like,
no. Look,
I don't know.
The thing about, I'm a business person too, right? The kind of people that I'll do business with is the kind of people like someone like you. Someone that can be really transparent, someone that can realize where they're at. Because these are the people that is willing to do everything to really, get out of this situation. Rather than people that, try and think that they can, but they can't. I'd rather work with people like you. So from a business perspective, how you position yourself right now works for a business
10
woman.
points for you, for sure.
Yeah, right? Like, I'd rather an honest broke man than not so broke but not honest about it. Like, you don't...
No, I think what's powerful about that move is not that it was a move. I think it was just you being you.
Yeah.
Is, I think, two things. One, shame only has power in the dark. The more you try to hide it, then the bigger the shadow can be. As soon as you put a light on it, it's like, okay, then there's no more places for it to hide. It will no longer have any weight because it's no longer something you're trying to hide. And the moment you're open about that, it loses all of its power and weight on you.
Yep.
So that's like for you a massive win, how you can stand up straight. But two is I think you're playing an elevated game because the people like her, people like Charis or even just yourself, like we all accept that no one's perfect. Like it's easy to say that, but we genuinely believe and can appreciate the humanity side. So if you are willing to be vulnerable with that, we recognize that it takes courage to go, wow, like you are secure and confident enough in yourself to show me your weak part and still stand up straight. That is actually a display of strength, not weakness.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that's what she recognizes, and that's why you're still talking instead of scaring them away.
That's right. This is why I need June in the podcast because I cannot articulate. This is what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it.
No, you say things very well.
But this is what I mean. Like I run like you right now is good. It's really like you, and now you can live life really easily because you really don't have that weight on you, and that anyone that comes around, they already know this is you. This is what you're getting. If you still want this, then I'm happy. And no second thoughts, no nothing.
Yeah. And because you've taken the power away, because actually when someone's giving you a pitch, right, and this is something you do in your sales call as well, if someone's like polishing something and making it sound too good, the back of the mind, human nature is like, okay, what's the catch?
Yes.
Right? So if you actually disarm that already and go like, hey, this is why it's going to suck, and these are all the terrible things about me, suddenly you've already answered that question in a way that makes them not have to dig for it, and they're going to be far more likely to trust you.
It's like when I do business in real estate last time, if I know that this property is not going to do well, I'm just going to upfront, before I pick up this business, just let you know, don't expect me to be able to lease this quickly. Don't expect this, don't expect that. This is the time frame that I'm comfortable with. It's up to you. I'm happy for you to pass this property to another agent that think they can do better. This is my honest opinion. I'm not going to wrap it nicely just to win the business. You guess what? I am the one that wins the business for being honest.
Yeah.
Because there are other agents out there that will be like, oh yeah, give it to me. I'll lease it in 1 week. I'll lease it. As a client, if they are just a little bit more, they know the market is not like that. Some people, they try to wrap it. If you're stupid, you can go with those. But I'm the one here that's speaking the honest truth, right? So that's why when we do business, you rather be honest even if it's ugly. That's why.
But then it's as controversial as it sounds. I think marriage and partnerships are a business. It's the most biggest transaction you're going to make in your life.
Yeah, it is a business for life.
Yeah.
Gotta treat it like a businessman. If this business partner doesn't work out, cut it out. Yeah. It has to work out in fact, a married business partner is like a business partner that is like in and out, not just outside, inside too, that in every direction have to work out.
I just feel like marriages and relationships would be far more successful if people were willing to, it may not be dressed as nicely may not be as romantic to call it in like a business relationship or a transaction, but men and women are bringing different things to the table, or men and men, or women and women. Two parties are bringing something to the table in exchange, in hope that they are able to achieve a common goal together. They're exchanging value. It could be youth, it could be money, it could be provision, it could be companionship. They are offering something of value. And the more honest we can be about that, and being clear on what you want and what you want from them, it just makes sense to me that you're going to be far more likely to be successful if you can
It's true.
call it that. But I think we get lost in the romance of it all, and they should just understand, like, they're not mind readers, and we're adults. So I do think it's a missed opportunity to not talk about, like, what do you need in a relationship? What do you need from the other person? What do you have to offer?
That's why from day one it's about honesty. The topic today we have not gone away from being honest. Everything is about just be upfront and be honest, be open.
Yeah.
Right? So you're good. The American girl seems pretty alright.
She's freaking cool. Yeah.
Does she know that you like her? She knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if this goes out, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Just in case, It's like, what do you mean? Me and you are just friends. we're just like pen pals, Cool.
Yeah, I think the whole business thing is interesting. I think the one thing that has helped with relationships and doing business as well is I used to put like a lot of emotional weight on things. And like, I don't know, I mean, business is like a roller coaster where it's like, especially with clients and stuff like that. And like, your client says yes to like, a proposal, and then they go freaking somewhere, or they don't reply for ages. And I remember in relationships, I used to be super anxious, and I used to be like, oh, why they're responding, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's over like a period of trying to run my own business and stuff like that, I just learned to not put a whole lot of, not to assume and just put emotional weight on certain things. Yeah.
Now,
a lot of business principles that are good that translate into
for sure. If you put emotion into things, you tend to screw up things even more. That's why you just have to keep a straight mind and then be like, okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah,
and everything can be discussed.
I think that where people fall into traps, because like there's a lot of wisdom or advice out there about like you got to be honest with your emotions, but at the same time you got to be rational, logical. Like the way that I recently heard a quote that was really good is, emotions are an excellent messenger, but they should never be the dictator. Like pay attention to the message that emotions bring of like, oh, this might be a problem. Oh, my gut doesn't feel right. Oh, I don't feel good about this. But don't let that be the one in control to then go, oh, okay, therefore I'm just going to knee-jerk reaction and do X or Y. It's just, pay attention to it. But always remember that's just a messenger, not the dictator.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so based on that, because that's a hard thing to do. Like, is to not. So how do you control how do you know what to say? Is it the person actually saying? Well, I think I still struggle with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is I feel something, but then like, how do I know what to actually say?
Be clear on what you want. Because sometimes, people can feel very emotional. They feel like, oh, I just need to get this off my chest. But they might not do the slow thinking to go, do I know what I want? And does that actually advance my goals? If it doesn't, and it just feels good in the short term to just like get it off your chest and just blow up, like that's just very short term. Like prioritize what's more important to you. Feeling good now to just, deal with it in your emotional way. And that's okay if that's what you prefer. Or if, let's say, you want to have like there's something else that you want, which might be holding your tongue might be better because that actually gets you more of what you want.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Then, like let's just use a practical example. Let's say you and your partner are fighting. In the moment, you just want to be like, prove her wrong. You see those reels all the time where it's like the husband wants to win the argument. It's like, yeah, sure. But bro, you're going to sleep on the couch at night if you're doing that.
Look, just from a girl's perspective, guys, just just let the girl win, because afterwards when we reflect, we will be like, I don't know, I cannot speak for everyone, but for me, I'm most likely right. Just let us win first. If I'm wrong, later on I will reflect and I will act upon it. But fighting head on with the wife is gonna cause you a lot more stress than just like back down for that.
The person I look up to in a relationship, he's in his 50s and he's happily married, and he asked me the question: do you want to be right or do you want to do right? What's more important? Being right? Sure, you can be right. You could technically be correct, but then at the end of the day, your wife's pissed off at you and she's no longer talking to you. Is it worth it? Probably not.
Not worth it. Seriously, not worth it. The thing is, like, scientifically,
here we go.
we are more like emotionally cray-cray, we are. I'm just saying that's how we are made. God made us this way. So then, if the men are more logical, they are more easy, they can just, come on, just back down for 2 seconds, let the girl just steam off, chill out. Then you guys can have a better conversation. Then you guys just fight.
And it's also about reframing it. It's like if you're in a heated moment with your partner, the issue is no longer the issue anymore. The issue is now you've got two emotional people who are no longer feeling safe and starting to deregulate. At that point, the objective of the conversation shouldn't be about like settling a score. It should be about helping each other, like just reconnect, because there's been some sort of disconnect, there's been some sort of miscommunication, there's been some sort of misunderstanding. Things are now starting to get escalated. Wake up and go, all right, the point of this conversation is not to settle a score, it is to reconnect with my partner. Yeah.
But I do have to speak for the man though, if they are dating a crazy woman that just fights about everything, then keep letting her win can also make her even more crazy, because if they keep winning, then it become like like the Pavlov study, like they know they get angry, they get what they want, they get angry, they get what they want, they get angry, so every time they need to get what they want, they get angry.
But I would argue that like this is just a timing thing, right? So I think that's the timer.
No way, we are not even halfway.
Oh no, sorry. It's a question about timing, right? Like even if it's the right thing, you're right. I would always still say, follow up to what I just said. Follow up when both of you are like had enough food, you're feeling close again. Like in that moment, it's not the time. It's sort of like when you go watch a friend like perform for the first time, right? Let's say they are like an actor and they go at a play and their play absolutely sucked, right? You don't tell them your play sucked. You just go, wow, you worked so hard, good job. And then maybe
don't do it again.
but maybe later, like you can still be truthful. You don't have to say they were awesome. You can focus the truth on something else and make them feel good. Like you're prioritizing their emotional need rather than their situational need. And then later they circle back and you might want to then say, if they really ask for it again, you go like, I think you sucked, but I was just really happy for you that you put in all the effort. And
you're right.
So it's you can validate the emotion, but without validating like a behavior, and still have boundaries for that. Just again, like maybe at 2 a.m. is not the right time, or just like if you're hangry, it's not the right time. Just find a better time to separate those two things, because people get into trouble when they're trying to do everything all at once.
For sure.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Because I've heard, obviously, there's no right time, so just say it.
Ooh.
I think there are such things as wrong times.
There is no right time, but there's definitely wrong time.
There's definitely wrong time.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
If a girl is having PMS, she's in pain, she's bleeding, and then you want to bring up something stupid, then don't blame her for wanting to slap you across the room.
She's hungry, already pissed at you about something else, just had a bad day at work, come up for 12-hour shift, like definitely.
Just like yesterday, if someone pissed me off yesterday, I will really be pissed off. No matter how rational I am when I'm angry, just don't try to rationalize with me.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone. Or like just bring me food. Like yesterday, you know what I had to do? I was cooking instant noodle. I had a long day. It was supposed to be a free day, and it didn't end up being free because I have to be summoned to do something, which I hate already. I hate when my days are not planned. Then gotta go to gym and it freaking rain, blah blah. And Calvin had something that he's out, so I was not having dinner with him. So I was like, all right, let me have instant noodle. It's gonna be a good girl dinner, right? Cook my instant noodle, pour out the noodle, half went into the drain to my sink. But luckily my sink had a trap. But my trap is not 100% clean. But I'm like, I need to eat this noodle tonight. I don't have a second packet where I can just pull out the noodle. So I just pull out, rinse it, put it in the soup and eat it.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I mean, you're still here, so.
But I had to rinse my noodle, and, double rinse it. And I was like, oh my God, things can't get worse. And I'm like, I put too much liquid and I can't even reduce it now because I already put everything in there. So I was like, anyone just don't piss me off yesterday. Yesterday was not the day. Today I'm okay. Yesterday was. See, even now I'm like getting
agitated. Yeah,
just thinking about my noodle. I already had
matching her hair color. Yeah,
really crazy day, and then I come back. I can't even pour a noodle right.
Yeah.
When things don't go right, don't go right the whole day.
So you're half right, Hugh. There's no right time, but there are wrong times. Avoid them.
Yesterday will be wrong times.
Read the room.
I wish some people told me that. Yeah.
But the thing is also, to be fair, it's hard to tell. Oh, you can see it in my face.
No.
It's very obvious.
I'll tell you, the thing I was always scared about was me getting trapped in the loop of just never saying things or never doing things that I knew I needed to do, and then it getting harder and harder to actually just do the thing, and then just trying to delude myself into thinking that it was okay to not do the thing, and then being trapped.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, I'll just try to make this a bit more practical with another analogy. If someone's drowning, that's not the time to teach them how to swim, right? Get them to shore first.
Yeah.
But, hopefully not 2 years later, maybe next day, you teach them how to swim.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can fix a small problem when it's small. It's like credit card debt. Like, these things will compound if you avoid it.
Yeah.
But yeah, choosing the time, I would still say, is important.
Yeah.
I think it's not that hard to bring things up in another way when you guys are just having a casual dinner. It's like, the other time, but don't attack her. But you want to sort of round around to get to that point. But don't attack and be like, that time when you got angry, oh my God, don't do that. There's other way to bring that topic up without attacking. It's like, oh, what did you think if we did it that way? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Give her make her feel like she's in power. Actually, you are the one in power when you ask that question.
Actually, Charis had to give me some coaching on this because I had some issues where I didn't know how to bring something up. And normally if you bring something up that you need to bring up, then it's... If you say it the wrong way, then the other person might make them feel small, or you might have a superiority angle. Like I expect this from you. Like you're no longer talking to them like your equal or your partner anymore, right? So they talk about use I statements and say, when this is how I feel when I observe this or that and things like that. Don't say you or attacking things. But I think another thing that works quite well is to just. This is the part where Charis might disagree, but be vulnerable in a sensible way, not in a whingy way.
You mean gay? Being gay?
Don't be vulnerable in a whingy way. Just say hey, this is something that is on my mind, and you're not positioning it from a position of superiority. Let's use an example. What's an example? Help me come up with an example, Charis.
No, just use your example.
Just use my example.
We don't name names. We don't know who you're talking about.
So say...
beep, 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 beep.
No, so it's just for example, if... I'll use the example of getting chores done, for example. Then if it was a situation where I'm oh, hang on, I would like chores to be done at a certain time or in a certain way, you can either then lay down the rule of law, or you could say, hey, this is something that bothers me. And by inviting your partner to respond to hey, this is, I don't mean to bother you. Clearly, I don't mean to bother you. Versus saying you need to do this by a certain time. It's well, who the hell are you? It's going to have a very different reaction.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You don't say it in a way. That's why I say don't attack. More open it up as a discussion. Be hey, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then see where the conversation go. But if you say I think you need to, then the girl will be
no way.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What do you need to?
Yeah. And also just giving yourself room for error, and both parties room for error. So by saying things don't assume. Say I don't know if you were aware, but, and just flagging it you probably didn't know. Because a lot of time when we do things wrong to our partner, we don't mean to. We just might have miscommunicated, misunderstood, or just ignorant. So by also putting that generosity to yourself and be I don't think you meant to, or hey, something you might not have realized, and then saying something, it just softens it a little bit by giving them oh yeah, you're right, I did not know that.
And sometimes, to give you a trick, sometimes you can set expectation with your partner by using other people as an example.
Oh.
Yeah. So you'd be like, oh my god, Jun, he did this. Like, oh my god, that doesn't look right as a boyfriend, right? And then if he is doing that, then you'd be like, oh shit.
Why you gotta use me as an example? Why me?
Hey, follow and subscribe for more tips from Charis. You need to know.
That's some crazy psychological trick.
No, you don't. If you know that he's doing something that you don't like, instead of attacking him, say, oh my god, Jun recently did this. I can't believe it. As a man, you shouldn't be doing this, right? If he is alert, he'd be like, hang on a minute, I just did that yesterday. Let me make sure I don't do it again. If he is a sensible partner, but if he's blind AF, then of course I'm not. Again, every podcast I always say, every advice that we're saying for reasonable couple. We're not saying for crazy ex, crazy girlfriend or crazy boyfriend. We're saying people that are trying to live day to day reasonably.
I understand my place in this relationship now. I'm the scapegoat.
Yes.
When Jun did this, hey, get back in line. When Jun did that, hey, get back.
Lucky for Jun, that stage is over already. Me and Calvin, we know each other really well now, so there is not many opportunity where this will have to happen because we know what's going on, what's up. But at the early phase, maybe there are a lot of things that you want to communicate across, but you don't want to seem attacky, then if you don't also want to go beat around the bush, then you can just use someone as scapegoat.
Can I ask a question? How long did it take for you guys to go through that phase of, not fixing things, but, just mentioning things?
Really, I think we just progress very smoothly. We never had a screaming situation ever before. We never screamed at each other before. We never fight. Okay.
Yeah.
He's been excused. It's fine. Anyway, he's a scapegoat anyway, so it's fine.
Okay.
No, but we never screamed before.
Yeah.
Ever.
But did it take a few? How long have you guys been together?
Ooh.
Are you allowed to? I'm not sure if you. Oh.
2018.
Oh, 2018. Okay.
See, I have literally, this
That's
is
when I
me. I'm
graduated.
so not romantic. I need to literally engrave the day that we got together.
Yeah.
Because 10 years down the track, I'll forget. Now I'm only 2018 to 2026, 8 years.
Yeah,
and I'm already forgetting. So
yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay, so how many years did it take for you guys to go
to really get to know each other?
Yeah.
I think we are quite quick.
Yeah.
Because he's like a girl's girl, He's like a girl's guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's like a girl's guy.
Girls guy. Okay.
So it makes it very easy for me. If you're dating a masculine man, their brain doesn't work like Calvin. Calvin grew up with a lot of girls.
Gotcha.
So it's very easy for him to understand my needs.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
But I think it's a lot harder for women to work with a man that is like a man, like a masculine, I'm the breadwinner,
just a male ego.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have a lot of ego as well.
Oh no, I definitely. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You have?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to just be aware of it.
But I feel like right now you have literally the fact that you have literally laid your books clear. You have really put that down.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Yeah.
No, I think you're doing well. I mean, not many guys can literally tell the world I'm broke. I swear. Yeah. No, I don't know
having debt is not the same as broke. To be fair,
he literally say he's broke.
Yeah, I'm kind of broke. Look, I think there's a difference between poor and broke. I think poor is that's like a mentality, whereas broke is like a situation, a current situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be broke forever. Hopefully not broke for too much longer. But yeah, I think the reality is I'm broke.
But luckily you know how to make money.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to make money, plus you're broke, then it's a good luck to you, brother.
Brother,
I'm so sorry. I cannot help you. Can you go and seek the Jesus help?
I think an accountant would say he's got a liquidity issue.
Yes.
But
he just doesn't know how to save and how to spend.
Yeah.
You just have a more spendy habit.
Yeah, I think it was just ego. I just wanted to look successful, to be honest.
But the fact that you can admit this, that already tells me you have really, really let go of a lot of your ego. Because someone with ego cannot say this. They cannot admit to this. Right, Jun? Someone with ego will never say that, it's because I have ego. They will never admit, they will never think they have ego because They have ego.
Unless they're playing another ego game where it's like, because then it's like, hang on, if I say this, then it makes me look even better.
Ooh, reverse ego psychology. Oh,
does that make you less ego or more ego?
That would be true.
Ego trip.
You guys will never know.
It's like, I know that you know that I know.
Oh, you're playing this game. No, but I'm willing to bet that Hugh is like had an ego, made mistake with it, and then now he's like just laying it all down. It's literally, seriously very easy now for you if you put it out for people to see. You admit that this is your situation, that is only uphill from there.
Yeah, I don't know about ego because like that's, because of this debate, it's up in the air. But I would definitely say he's increased his humility because he's now willing to talk about it, and that's a willingness to, to present yourself in a lower way. So that's for sure humility.
How we got here was when you were gone. He asked me how long did it take for me and Calvin to be in the state of like, oh, we know each other head to toe. There's not much to argue about and stuff like that. I said, it was not that long because he is a girl's guy. He's like a feminine, not feminine physically, like feminine.
Why do we get along?
Yeah, but like he's a very girl's guy. Like he knows girls.
Yes.
So it's easy for me to bring my point across without being destroyed.
I think when you say that, you're saying he's more emotionally intelligent.
Thank you. Yes.
It's not like he's not feminine. He's still masculine as fuck. I don't know what you're talking about. He's just very emotionally intelligent.
Feminine with girls.
Compassionate and emotionally intelligent. Yes.
High EQ. A lot of EQ. A lot of EQ. Yes.
He's still masculine. I've seen.
No, he is masculine. He's, don't get me wrong. I will never date a man that is feminine, like physically, or like action-wise feminine, but like it's just that it's easy for me because he knows.
I'm constantly having to save Calvin in this podcast. My God, I got you, bro.
This is my trick, like this is how I save my marriage. In case you know how many people want to go for Calvin, guys and girls.
Really?
Yeah. So make sure that the public thinks that he is horrible. Otherwise, I'll be having a lot of trouble.
Is this another ego game? Is this really what you're doing?
How do you know?
How we know?
You know that I know that you know I know. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so yeah. You're gonna be I'm so excited for your international love.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited as well. So.
No PT, huh? Must be hot.
But yeah, I'll show you. She's very pretty.
Ooh, girl. Can we be friends?
Yeah, I think she's
this guy is like fully like. Are you
look at his smile.
to confess like in public like that? Literally, you're confessing.
Look, like who watches like a 30-minute, 40-minute video these days? Unless you guys clip it up. Oh yeah, unless you guys clip it up. Okay, look, I won't say much more then. I'll just.
No, but like, just do it. Just confess.
Oh, no,
if she's there, like, I like you to hear.
Look, I've been very like expressive with like how I feel about her and stuff like that. And like, I think I don't know. We're just very similar and stuff. And I think
I have a question.
Oh yeah, what's the question?
How long to date until you think you can be a boyfriend girlfriend? Because I feel like this has been like people nowadays think that there is a time frame you need to be dating before you can get together. What's your thoughts?
Okay, that's very interesting. So for me, right, I'm pretty quick with like if I feel it and I'm like, okay, I'm just like, yeah, cool, like let's whenever. But
thank you, appreciate that feedback.
But in this sort of case, like I'm just aware of the other person and just like, just how they want to approach relationships. And so it's also just considering what the other person, how they want to approach it. And so I think in this case, obviously I think that we'll go over there, we'll catch up, we'll see each other, and then we'll see what happens.
My only advice in this situation that you didn't ask for is that boyfriend, girlfriend, when Charis and I say that, in Australians might say that, it might mean one thing, but culturally, American or even any other culture, that label could have different meaning and culturally. So just be culturally aware that maybe for us, we're like, yeah, okay, like we're on the same page, but Americans or, for any other culture for that matter, when you are in a cross-cultural thing, just be curious enough to at least check to make sure that you are on the same page.
Yes, true. That's actually an interesting one. I have a question. Do you guys put a lot of weight on the
I love you.
Yeah, you read my mind. You read my
Americans
mind.
are something about American treat I love you as like a. Actually, June is more American on that. Like he way I love you really much. For me, I love you is casual.
See, I'm the same.
Because we are Asian, that's why.
Is it?
I think so. Like I feel like
No,
very Western Asian.
I think for me, it's like, you know, for example,
Careful, don't say I love you to that girl by accident. She's American.
No, I mean, look, I think for me, I trace back where did this come from, right? There's an episode of How I Met Your Mother. It's season 1. Ted basically meets Robin and then says, I think I'm in love with you. And then end of episode 1, shock horror, like, what the hell? That's crazy. You don't do that. And culturally, that got reinforced at a very impressionable young age of like, oh, don't do that. That's a big deal. And so for me, I have a very pinpoint location of where that big deal came from. But if I'm, again, honest about it for like, okay, if I want to have my own thoughts, not just use a placeholder from a TV show, I'm like, yeah, if I feel that way about somebody, I'm going to be honest about that.
Oh, I like that.
I weigh I love you lightly, but I'm in love with you, then that is like done. I'm in love with you. No, I'm in love with you is equivalent to I love you in America for me.
I'm in love with you.
Yeah. Interesting.
Saying I love you is nothing.
Okay.
But if I say I am in love with you, then it's equivalent to Americans I love you.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, yeah. Why?
Because I love you, it can just be I like you, I love you. Oh my god, you're so nice. I love you so much.
I guess we say I love ice cream. You say you love Yoshi all the time.
100%.
Yeah. But like I am in love. You are like whoa, like really in love.
Head
with
over
me.
heels.
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think what you're reacting to there is just like they've just gone a step ahead of you.
Who?
In that scenario, if you're having such a big reaction to that, if you feel the same way when someone says I'm in love with you, you're going to be excited about that. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm done. Oh
no, for sure. Of course, yeah. But I think Americans are kind of, I don't know, they overreact on the term.
It's a big milestone.
No,
it's like in Korea, 100 days is a big milestone. It's like, 100 days is 100 days.
Yeah, and like what I don't get it is they can date first, be in a relationship, and then don't say I love you until they're ready. Like I thought when you get into a relationship means you are ready to say I love you. But what I see from at least the American TV shows is that they get in a relationship, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, but then it's still impossible to say the word I love you until they are actually ready.
So what is the exact, when do you know you're ready to say I'm in love with you?
When I get in a relationship with that person.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if not otherwise, why get in a relationship with a person that you don't love?
True. Okay.
That's why I never.
That's okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, fair.
Yeah, my thoughts on this have evolved. For me, it's like even the words, I think we're not even really using the same vocabulary. It's actions to me say it all. You can say I love you or you can say you're in love, but actually I'm gonna be the judge of that based on actions.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Because like you have to like, again, it's just about like, are you on the same page? Are you progressing emotionally at the same pace? Because if you are, it's like all super fireworks, euphoric, like it's gonna be fun. It's a roller coaster, all the right reasons. Like it's going to be wonderful, like lucky you, both of you. But if it's one person is feeling like they're going way faster than the other and then they say I'm in love with you, that's when someone puts on the brakes and goes like, yo, whoa, yikes. Like that's when it may no longer be, like the issue isn't the L word, it's just the fact that one person's like racing ahead.
But like, okay, if let's say I'm dating an American now and then their common situation is that they don't go I love you until later part. But for me is that when I got together with you, I already love you. Like I don't even have that buffer stage. So it baffles me that what do you mean you don't love me at that time when you're not ready to say you love me? Like they have this extra step that I could never have. I
think from my point of view, when I see that, it's not so much what they feel like, because if the feelings are there, it's not an issue. The issue is the cultural significance it has. So when they tell their friends, the story they tell in their minds to how it plays out to their family and friends is like, oh, you're crazy, you're going way too fast. That fear of judgment from their peers and themselves is sort of what's really the fear. It's not about the love or how they feel about the other person, who knows. But it's, if I be honest with myself, I'm like, okay, if that sort of feeling were to be vocalized, what am I scared of? I'm scared of being judged. I'm scared of being ridiculed. ridiculed. I'm scared of that being not reciprocated. That's the fear. It's not about love, or it's more around the judgment that comes from it.
When can we get this American girl on the podcast? Just checking. We need to know. I need to know. I'm really curious.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I think it's cultural, but it's also, actually, no, you're right. I like what you said. I think actions speak louder than words, and I agree. I just agree.
Can you please disagree on something? You like our podcast has been so agreeable until today. We need some
okay, let me think.
Opposing opinion.
Can't think of anything, to be honest. I can't. I feel like. Yeah, no, I can't. Well, we kind of oppose there because we were kind of like, we use "I love you" as more of a casual thing. Whereas, I mean, I guess you're kind of
I think he's kind of whatever now.
Yeah.
My curriculum, I think it comes back to how the three of us being in sort of a business mindset, we may have strong opinions, but loosely held. So if we get new information that serves our purpose better, we're willing to adapt pretty quickly. That's why
people adapt quickly. You see that, actually you sound right. All right, I'm willing to accept your point of view.
Yeah, and it's contextual. You go okay, even if you don't agree 100%, you go in that scenario, I can see why that makes sense. I think that's why we don't butt heads, because we're not going to die in a ditch.
So we really need to find crazy people on the pod. So then finally we can have someone to be
don't label the next guest as a crazy person.
No, not crazy. Not crazy, just someone with
Episode 9, our guest crazy person is.
Someone that is ready to fight us. I'm ready. I love a debate.
Okay, well, who's a crazy person that you can think of online?
Online?
Yeah, who's a crazy person? Who do you look at and what they say is stupid?
Oh my God, I can't think of any right now.
Really?
I can't think of any. But what about you? Tell me and I think it's crazy or not, because I might not even know this person.
See, some of these things are controversial though.
We're at the tail end. Maybe 5 people are listening at this point.
To me, Charlie Kirk is...
Oh, that's controversial. That's not controversial.
No. I love Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with his point of view. A lot of them.
Okay, I actually haven't looked too much into it. All I know is what happened to him. Yeah. Which I think is pretty crazy. So what's his opinions?
He is very logical, but the only problem is that he is very... You cannot ban him.
Yeah.
He's logical in a lot of things, but he... I don't know, is it for debate's sake that he cannot, work around your point of view? But the only problem I have with these kind of people is that they are just this is what they believe, and they only believe in this, and they don't believe in your point of view, and they will never try to understand your point. They keep fighting they keep trying to put their understanding onto you, and don't agree with what you have to say, and don't want to agree with what you have to say, don't want to accept.
Yeah. It's very, it's black and red. It's not black and red, blue and red. It's very, split.
But you have to remember the context of why Endo's clip's coming up, right? He is out there to debate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. Is it for debate's sake that he's like that? If he's in real life, he's not like that. But I'm sure he live his day to day like that.
Of course. I think the way he presents his viewpoints, and it goes back to if you are in the middle of a debate, the purpose is to debate. Of course, that tone is not going to fly at a social dinner table, right? Or in a relationship. But I think in the context of the debate he's doing, then he's putting forward great arguments and he's debating well. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier, which is if you're arguing with your partner, is the objective to completely smack down their point of view? Probably not. No, and that's why it unfortunately it made people so angry to do the things that they did. I think that's an example of how it becomes a problem, because even if you are right, at what cost? So by having strong viewpoints, wonderful, being right, also wonderful, but then just balance the whole perspective and the objective of, okay, do I want to be right? At what cost? Is there a greater goal that I should be thinking about other than smackdown? Could be
smackdown. I leave you, bro.
Yeah.
You want to win, you lose me. That's the stake.
Yeah.
Just let the woman win.
There's a Korean phrase actually. There's a let her win in the afternoon so you can win at night.
Whoa! Shit.
Yeah. It's a direct translation, but that's the gist of it. It's just accept that, like, it's just let her win. Just don't fight, don't aggravate, don't make the situation worse. But if you do that, then no, you win. So that's the Korean phrase.
Tell us, after this pod, what did you learn?
What did I learn?
Tell us. At least be somewhat useful to you.
I think that I think that a lot of the relationship sort of things I took on board in terms of, I don't know, like I'm not sure if I want to say this on camera, but there are a few things that I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm going to rethink and reflect upon a lot of things in my past, but also current things in a very good way, in a very productive way.
Such as?
You don't have to.
Look, I can't. I mean, I think.
Is it gonna harm? Is it gonna expose too much or what? Or like not suitable for mom to hear? Okay,
I just want to be careful what I put on the internet, but.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
We can cut. Don't worry. Just say it first. If it's not suitable, post production.
No, I think in terms of like, okay, so one thing, the thing about the I love you thing was interesting because we've already talked about this sort of thing, and I think that like I don't want to go into her, but she puts a lot of weight on it. I think from past cultural stuff. Yeah. And so for me, like I was similar to you, and so what I ended up doing was I was like, okay, look, like I'm not going to say it, but I'll say it when I feel like it's the same weight as you put it. And I'm just reflecting upon that, and whether that's whether I have new opinions on that, or whether it's something I should keep on doing. But yeah, just I'm still unsure, so I'm trying to not. Yeah.
I guess it just brings up for me one more question. It's like, if you have a difference in point of view between you and your partner on things like that, like values or what you consider important, then when do you know how to give, like yield, or when do you know how to hold your ground?
Well, that's what I'm tripping out on. Yeah. That's why I'm like, damn.
Like Charis, what about you? How do you know when to yield or when to hold your ground when you have a disagreement with Calvin?
Can you give me an example?
What did Calvin, with the I love you situation with Calvin, what was that like? Did he put a lot of weight into the... Oh, okay.
No. We are so easy. We are seriously so easy. To me, maybe he knows that when I say I love you, I don't mean much. Like, it does not mean that I don't love him, but it's not as much as maybe he weighed it as. So then he didn't think that it was that much of an importance compared to how he would normally say it. So it's very subjective to individual, right? If right now you're dating an American, then if an American say I love you, you're like, oh my gosh, shit. Like, even if I don't weigh I love you heavily, but I know that you do and you say it, then now I need to recalibrate. Am I on that level that you see as? But if I'm dating a Malaysian and I know a Malaysian just say it so casually, so you say it, I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure, I love you too. So it depends on who I'm dating. If I know that this is culturally important to you, like really, really like significant move, then I'll be like, all right, let me recalibrate. You say I love you to me. Am I on that same level of I love you to you based on your culture? So I will need to think of it from your culture's point of view. But if I know that, whatever, I love you, peace out, you know?
Because I look at it very casually. So I'm like, oh, I don't really, but I think if she cares about it a lot, then I would rather say it in the same weight that she holds that.
But or maybe alternatively, you could say, look, like in my culture, this is not how you guys see it as. So if I accidentally blurt it out, just don't be stressed about it. Maybe I just accidentally say it. Maybe you can reconfirm with me to say whether or not this I love you meant something like how American would say I love you. Then, because the thing is, like, sometimes you just want to say, you might accidentally say it, and then they might be like,
but then I think there's two parts to it. Where the comes from, do they expect me now to say it back? Because if there's no expectation for you to say it back, then they might just be like, oh,
I love you in a Japanese way.
Yeah, true.
I love you in a Japanese
just
way.
Just like aishicharu.
Yeah, aishicharu. You know,
ski desu.
I mean, like, it's something that can be joked. Like, don't. if I was in your position, I don't know, is she a jokey type or is he a serious person? But for me, I'd be like, oh my God, girl, if I say I love you, like chill, you know, like unless it's a serious, you will know from my action that it's a serious.
That's where I disagree.
Oh, I like
What?
disagreement. Let's go.
What is this?
If you tell her to chill, you're minimizing her point of view on that.
No, I'm saying if I actually say it though, because I want you to understand that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you love someone, until today I don't know what is the level of their I love you. I will never know. I will never understand, because to me I love you is at when we say you are my boyfriend, I love you. So I don't know what's their level. So then you have to understand that my level is here, your level is here.
Yeah.
So if I say that, I don't expect you to say it back. But if you want to say it back on my level, sure, I will accept it. But I also want you to tell me when your real I love you comes.
Yeah.
Then I want to know, okay, Charis, I want you to know this. When I say this, I love you, I mean it the American way.
I love you in all caps.
I love you. Yeah, man. But like, if you are culturally open-minded, I love you too. Japanese way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think the takeaway for the audience, if they're listening to this, is like, I would say that what you both are advocating is the right thing, which is to be curious. Instead of just advocating your own point of view, you're genuinely trying to then understand, yes, instead of just assuming like this is right or this is wrong, you're separating that judgment or making that judgment by first being curious of the other person. And I think that's super important for anyone who's listening to sort of go, okay, what's the takeaway from this? It's be curious to the other person and show willingness to update your own point of view based on what they say. Don't just assume what you say or how you think of the world is correct. And then I think that's what's going to ultimately help you navigate these kind of situations in the future.
I like that. On top of Charis's psychological trick of using everyone as a scapegoat.
Yeah, like
Isn't that so good? Like,
So
think about
good.
it.
Yeah,
It's actually kind of smart. So.
It's actually the power of why double dating is so effective.
Oh,
That's my take. That's my hot
Like,
take
June,
for the day.
Later, please bring up about this topic.
Yes, one for that, like for your friends to help like insert topics in that might be difficult to bring up for one person.
interesting.
Another thing as well.
Tactical here.
Well, yeah, but I think another opportunity that I think couples should double date more. Why? Because if you just date with each other, you already know things. You see each other all the time. Double dates allow you to see your partner in a new light, shining at their best, because it's like, oh, you get to see how other people see your partner, number one. And then you also get a chance to sort of hear a different set of circumstances, a different set of issues, and then
But that's if you discuss about relationship issue though. Like you could be couple like double dating, but like completely not talk about anything relationship related.
True. But I still think there's a lot of couples who I see who just can't date themselves and they don't do double dates or don't do other things. I think it's a missed opportunity because like the whole reason why you may have been attracted to someone in the first place is because of their place in a community or how others see them. Like that's a big part of what you may have found them attractive. But if you no longer, that stage disappears because you just decide to be a couple now and they no longer have this stage where they can dress up or they can perform or they can do their thing, like then I think it's a missed opportunity.
Interesting. Okay, what about last take? So if you're doing these tactics and strategies, right, to get the other person to realize their flaws, why is that better than just going directly to just talking to them? So instead of like, okay, hey June, we're going on a double date later. Hey, Calvin's doing this thing, so can you mention this?
It has never happened.
Right?
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. This is hypothetical.
But why is that better, or why is that okay in comparison to why don't I just go to the person and just
Yeah, so I've actually brought this up before if Hugh was listening to me. Because sometimes you don't want to attack the girl direct. So
yes, you did that.
Yes, I did say that.
Yeah.
There you go. Because sometimes we feel offended if you direct that straight to us. But we much prefer you beat around the bush and make it like an open discussion. Be like, hey, I understand your perspective as well. This is what I think. What do you think? It's easier than, hey, I think you should.
Yeah.
Or you know, stuff like that. I mean, you can, this is just another way, right? There's level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is attack.
As well, right? Okay.
Level 1 is attack straight away. It's like, hey.
Yeah.
But if you know that this is a person that is sensible, logical, then you can use the I think you are. Because, for example, with June doesn't want to beat around the bush. He'd much rather you just tell him in the face, right? Depends on who you're dating.
Yeah.
For June, you can just check it in his face. Yeah. Calvin, you can check it in his face, no problem. But for Calvin, to me, maybe he need to beat around the bush.
Interesting.
Normally, guy, they prefer direct.
Yeah.
Girls, you must save them some face, you know?
Okay.
Don't attack them straight away.
Gotcha.
And if level 1 don't work, go level 2, which is beat around the bush, right? If level 2 still feel too direct, then just scapegoat someone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if they still don't get it, don't date them.
Ooh, okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay.
Then they are that crazy girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Well,
I learned a lot.
Formula.
I think it's also because, I mean, people communicate differently. It's not just guys and girls thing, culturally as well. For example, in Charis and I, as individuals, we're very direct in general. There are some cultures, for example, they prefer indirect, like in Asia, for example, it's about saving face. So you can deliver the same message, but have very different impact by taking a direct communication approach versus an indirect communication approach. When, for example, Judy would say, she would never say to me, go buy some more rice. She would say, we're out of rice. Like it's the same, the message lands, but the feeling and the impact is very different. And so again, just respecting the different cultural boundaries, and girls are much more vibe based. I know it's a cringe word, but it's true. Like it's how you make them feel. It's like, it's you know, that classic line of like, it's not what you said, it's how you said it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Applies in business too, by the way, guys. Yes. It's so like the way you communicate to clients. If you go, that's where the client goes, right? But if you go, okay, yep.
Yeah.
It's just talking tactic works in every scenario. I have been in people business for the last whatever years. What I learned is that seriously, talking is so important. You can be delivering the same damn message, but the way you deliver it can win or lose a business.
Yes. And sometimes I also found one other free tactical point of view is if you can still deliver the same message, but pose it as a question. So, for example, if you are junior in an organization and you want to raise your point of view, you don't have to say, this is what I think. Because if you say, this is what you think, and you're wrong, then you look like an idiot. But if you ask the question of, why is so-and-so the case? Then you're still bringing attention to that issue, and then they can still see you're the one bringing that point up. Then it's a much safer way of still achieving the same outcome, but in a softer way. So similarly, like, in a relationship or in a work setting, you know, a good way to make a point is by asking a question, because what questions you ask reveals, at least to smarter people, reveals a lot more about what you think than what you're asking for. Yeah. Wow. Like, for example, if you ask a girl, oh, what's your shoe size? That tells you, that for me, if someone asks me that question, I'm like, why do you want to know my shoe size? Like, I'm thinking about your shoes. Like, even though you asked me a question directly, the message I got was like, you want to buy me shoes, right? So that's another way to, again, deliver the same message with, deliver the message with different impact.
Wow. This is great. I'm learning so much.
Soon it's gonna be a paid subscription. Just like June's package, you know, 2 video for $3,000. One-on-one coaching. Love coach.
Yeah.
So
that was good. That was really good.
Like, Hugh made me do this on a video setting before, and I think we're gonna soon run out of time. But like, Hugh, if you had a message to your future self, and keep it 60 seconds.
Oh, there you go. All yours.
Yeah. What do you hope to? What would you tell? What do you hope that in 6 months from now that has happened between you and your current interest?
Talking about interest only.
Yeah, or just yeah, or what would you have hoped to learn more about, like love and relationships in 6 months' time?
Oh, that's such a deep question.
Put him on the spot. 15 seconds.
I really do. Yeah, I do think I never really understood what it meant to be honest with myself, but I hope that I continue being honest with myself. And then I think from a career standpoint, I hope I don't let my inner thoughts just go crazy. The back and forth, listening to my inner thoughts and just sometimes just doing. And then I would say from a relationship standpoint,
you got less than a minute.
Oh, okay. I hope that Oh god, that's so much pressure. Oh my god. I don't know. I think she's really cool. So I'm just gonna see how it goes, and I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing, I think.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. We'll add on later if you suddenly think of something else.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Hugh, and thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Thank
I
you.
learned a lot.
Thank you, Hugh. It was fun.
Thank you.
Oh, but did we introduce? I'm Charis, that's Hugh, that's June.
Yeah. Subscribe as well. Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.